Hello, CD Bestie, apa kabar? Aku Cavetown. Stay tuned and don't forget to check out my interview on CreativeDisc.com, the number one music website in Indonesia. Mhm.
Hi, City Bestie. Welcome back to Creative This exclusive interview with me, Dini. And today I am joined by a British musician, a singer, songwriter, and also producer whose his heartfelt music has become a safe space for many people around the world. And with new era ahead and a fresh perspective on life and creativity, here to talk about his upcoming album, Running with Scissors, and also his latest single, Tarmac. Okay, so please give a warm welcome to my guest today, Cavetown, everyone. Hi.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Okay, how are you today, Cavetown?
I'm good, thank you. I'm a little sleepy because it's pretty late here. I guess you can't see because I'm all blurred, but I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Oh, okay. So by the way, where are you currently? Are you in the US or in the UK?
I am in the US. I'm in New York. I actually moved here like nearly 3 months ago,
Oh,
so
I see.
new era for me. I'm a New Yorker, I guess. So I'm settling
Okay.
in.
So it's
Yeah.
about 9 p.m. in New York.
It's just after 10 right now, so
Oh, oh, thank
yeah.
you for staying up anyway. Thank you for
No
joining.
problem. Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
I was just thinking like if it's 9 a.m. in the morning in Indonesia, like it will be like maybe 3 a.m. in the night in the UK. So I don't think that you're in the UK right now.
Yeah, I would probably say no to that. I would be asleep.
Yeah, of course. So we will talk about your upcoming album. So congratulations on your Running with Scissors. You have described it as a new, more confident chapter and also inspiring album. So I would like to know, like, what inspired the title, and how does it
Mm.
reflect the themes or emotions you explore in this record?
Yeah, often with my album titles, I kind of, it doesn't come to me straight away. I kind of wait for the album to tell me what it's called. Um, and for this album, I decided to name it after one of the songs because I felt like the title "Running with Scissors," which is one of the songs on the album, it just kind of, I guess it's something you're taught from a young age. Don't run with scissors. It's dangerous because what if you fall and hurt yourself? And I kind of decided to use it as like a metaphor for adulthood and taking risks and also learning to like trust yourself in taking risks. Um, because as I've grown up, I've noticed that my parents make silly mistakes just like I do, and they're fine, and they've like survived this far. And so yeah, I literally ran with the metaphor, running with scissors, to like, and I wanted to try and like pivot it in my own mind to be less of like a lesson of caution to not run with scissors, but more a lesson of learning to trust yourself with the scissors, learning to hold the scissors safely, and learning to fall properly so that you don't stab yourself with them if you do fall. Because it's okay if you want to get somewhere fast and if you want to take risks to get there, but you just have to trust yourself and be able to catch yourself. And I guess that's what I'm learning, moving from like young adulthood into like, I guess I guess I'm still young adult, but like I feel like this album is about growing up in a different way. I guess my previous albums were about growing up from a child to a teenager or a teenager to an adult, whereas now I feel like it's about a new phase of my adulthood and learning about trusting myself, I guess.
Wow, that's so deep. Such a cool title.
Thanks.
Running
Yeah.
with scissors sounds playful, but also, like you said before, kind of dangerous at the same time. So I think it's
Mhm.
really fit the mix of vulnerability and courage in your music. Wow, that's amazing. That's genius.
Thanks. Thanks.
Okay, so you also mentioned that your earlier music often came from a place or anxiety or loneliness. But while this album comes from a healthier and safer mindset, so how did that shift affect your songwriting process?
Yeah, I think that I think that a lot of like circumstances around writing this album also just helped it be more about courage and like different feelings that I hadn't really accessed before. Because I've I guess it it makes sense that a lot of my old music was about loneliness because I wrote it all on my own. I found it hard to let people into my studio, into my writing space, and to like let people share their ideas without like taking it too personally that I didn't come up with it. But for this album, I did a lot of co-writing. I did a lot of co-producing. I did a lot of traveling to. I did like a lot of sessions in LA, some sessions in New York, and I just tried to kind of invite more people into my creative process. And I think that helped me access more like different techniques in my writing styles, and it was a chance for me to challenge my own feelings about opening up my walls, I guess. And I was pleasantly surprised. I was a little bit skeptical going into it, but I was like, this is the point of it. This is the point of the album is to access new emotions, is to talk about yeah, new feelings that I'm navigating, new life experiences like being in love and building a life with somebody, which is something that I've never been able to touch on before because I've not experienced it before, I guess. And so I really tried to lean into the challenge of like letting other people into my world. And I'm really pleasantly surprised with like the people that I met and the things that I learned. And I think that's just kind of like a perfect outcome for like that's what I want the album to be about for people is like opening up your walls and learning things and allowing yourself to feel difficult emotions like anger. And I think I did that in the whole process too. So I'm really proud of that whole how that all worked out.
Really, that's something really
Yeah.
inspiring transition. Wow, like writing from a healthier place, so it doesn't make the music any less emotional, right?
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
can just, I guess it's like learning how to feel emotions in a healthy way and to like be forgiving to myself in feeling those things, which I think is what my music has always been about. But this time, there's just like a lot more depth to the
yeah, yeah.
emotions I'm feeling, especially with just like the chaos in the world right now, especially in the US. There's like a lot of stuff to feel angry about. And I think anger is something that's difficult for people to access.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so, yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. And also, I would like to talk about your latest single, Tarmac. So it's
Hmm.
co-written with Orla Gartland, your collaborator and also your friend. Beautifully captures the fear of losing something good while trying to stay present. So, what
Hmm.
inspired the theme, and how did your collaboration with Orla shape the song?
Yeah, that song was a very interesting one because we wrote it together like years ago, and I initially intended it to be on my last album, and then I just forgot about it. I just literally forgot about the song. And when I was working and running with scissors, I found the project file and I was like, wait a second, I really liked this song. And I had to kind of listen to it and try and figure out if it still meant something to me or if I could like pull a new meaning out of it that was relevant to today. Um, and I think it was initially just kind of like a mishmash of words. Sometimes I just kind of write words that feel right, and then I find what the meaning is later. But I think we both landed on a common experience that we'd had individually of like the chaos of coming home from a touring atmosphere, which I think is a feeling that I think can translate to, you know, the average person who doesn't go on a tour. But the the pace and the stimulus of tour is so crazy, and you feel every emotion under the sun, and you feel like the most joy ever, and then suddenly you come home and it's dead silent, and it's like a normal life, and you don't have someone telling you when to get up and when to eat and when to like be on stage, and it's very jarring. And that part of both of us is like, I don't want this to end, like don't take these people away from me. I don't know when I'm gonna it's like a very interesting dynamic to have as a touring artist, where it's like my closest friends are the people I work with, and sometimes you don't know when you're going to see them again. And so
Yeah.
it feels very it's very hard sometimes to come home to so much quiet and silence. And I think, yeah, that feeling of overwhelm and then having to take a breather to like manually reset your nervous system, I think is something that I think that a lot of people can relate to. In just like, especially now that I live in New York, I'm feeling this every time I go to the grocery store as well. So yeah, it was just a common experience that we took inspiration from, I guess.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, wow. And also I love the song with, you know, you play with dynamics on the song. So there are so many surprising elements, like a
Mhm.
whisper in the middle, and also then suddenly there's a this burst of sound of, you know, explosion near the end of, with a
Mhm.
choir, before it all fades back into a whisper again. Wow, that's
Mhm.
so good. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Really creative. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like that is just kind of like, I wanted that sound to feel
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted that sound to feel like how it feels when you get overwhelmed, and then suddenly you can like suddenly everything's fine. I don't know if you've ever felt like that, but that big like wall of sound and then suddenly everything's fine. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, that's really wonderful. Okay. Unfortunately, I have my one last question for you. So,
Mm-hmm.
speaking of tours, you running with Caesars 2026 tour includes show across Asia. Oh my God, including Singapore and also Manila. But are you
Mm-hmm.
most looking forward to about performing to fans in this part of the world? Is it your first time?
Yeah, I've never been to East Asia at all. I've never been to like most of the Asia. It's just I love experiencing new countries and new cultures, and I'm just excited because I just don't know what to expect. I guess like the closest thing, the closest experience I've had to what I guess I'm about to experience is when I first went to South America, and I thought I mean I toured all the way across the US and in Europe and stuff, and I felt like I knew what to expect, and it was just something else. It was just like, I don't know. I can't even explain it. So I'm excited to like see what I'm surprised by, the things that I learned from the people there. I'm excited to see like what people's energies are, because I feel like people have very different vibes across the world, and yeah, I'm excited to see all the nature and all the different animals, and I really love seeing like the native plants. That I think
Yeah.
native plants make me feel like I'm in a whole nother universe. So I'm just excited to see everything. It's gonna be so new to me.
And also, believe me, friends in Asia really have a special way of showing their appreciation. So it's
Yeah,
gonna
I've
be
heard that.
exciting.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've had a lot of people tell me that they've felt really welcomed and respected when they've gone to countries in East Asia. So that sounds really nice. I'm looking
Okay.
forward to it.
I'm sure it will be memorable part of the tour.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Yeah, of course. So we cannot wait. It's in next year, so 2026,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so exciting. So thank you so much, Cavetown, for your time to chat with us today. We're so excited for Running with Caesars coming out on January 16, 2026, and can wait to see you for next year. Okay, so to everyone's watching, don't forget to stream Tarmac and stay tuned for more updates only on CreativeDisc.com, your number one music website in Indonesia. So thank you so much, Gift Town. Wishing you all the best to the new album and tour. I'm signing off now. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I wish you luck. Okay.
Thank you.
Signing off. Thank you.